Katrina and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a skincare video for you all. So I'm going to start off by showing you my current skincare routine, and at the end of this video I'll have some skincare tips for you all. So hope you all have enjoyed this video and let's get started. So my hair is up into a bun and now I'm going to take off my makeup. And for my makeup remover, I'm currently using coconut oil from Trader Joe's. So I was looking for a more low-waste natural makeup remover. So I've been using coconut oil for the past couple months. I'm not in love with it, but it works pretty well. So I put it into a smaller container and then I grab a bit of it and I just warm it up in my hands and I just smother that stuff all over my face. I think online it says that coconut oil breaks out some people. So it'd probably be best to test it out before you dive into it. Worst comes to worst, if it doesn't work well for your face, you can also use it for other things. Your hair, cooking, all that stuff. So now I'm going to go in with my cleanser, and I use the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. And you'll see that I have a ton of Fresh products because last winter I just got really into Fresh and I started buying all the products. But then I realized that Fresh is actually not cruelty-free because they do sell in China, and China requires all imported cosmetics to be tested on animals. So that caused me to experience a lot of cognitive dissonance. I'm still using the products and I do like a lot of them, but I am also looking for alternatives as well. Anyway, I really like this cleanser because it works really well for my dry skin. It's like this little jelly clear texture and it doesn't lather up. Okay, so I wet my face and then I'm going to mix the cleanser and then I'm just going to A good alternative to the Fresh cleanser is Krave Beauty's Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. I find that it's also very gentle and it's affordable, and they are a very conscious brand and I like that a lot. And once a week I use the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Rescue Mask, and I showed this in my last skincare routine video, so I'll put it in the cards. I'm not going to use it today, but I just wanted to share and give a shout out because this is my favorite mask. Next, I will go in with my toner, and I'm currently using the Fresh Rose Floral Toner. So I don't like to spray it directly on my face just because I feel like that wastes a lot of product. So I spray it into my hands, and then I mix it in and just kind of pat it into my face, my neck, my ears, and it feels nice and refreshing. Next, I use Fresh Black Tea Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence, and I still keep this in the box just because I'm so scared of it breaking because it's glass. This is quite an expensive product, but honestly, it feels so luxurious and like silky. So I put it in my hand and then I just pat it in. I've never felt a product that feels this good. I feel like so fancy when I use it. It just glides on and it feels really nice. You should just go into Sephora or Fresh and try it for yourself. And then I always take like the residue on top, don't waste it, and then I put it around this area since that's the most dry. Next, I have not a Fresh product, but a good old Innisfree product. So this is the Jeju Orchid Gel Cream, and this is my favorite lotion by them. So it looks like that if you can see it. And it's very funny because every day it kind of goes back to being flat after you use it. I don't know how, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but I dab this on my face. And I like this because it's really hydrating, but it's really easy to spread and it's not thick and heavy. Put that everywhere. Alrighty. Now I use my eye cream. So I'm using 100% Pure's Coffee Bean Caffeine Eye Cream. And this is really cool. It's cruelty-free, gluten-free, non-toxic, and even the packaging is very environmentally friendly. Yeah, I really like their brand. So this is the only thing I've had from them, but I like it. It's very sweet. It smells like marshmallow to me. It always reminds me of marshmallow. Dab that around the eye. And we good. So the next one is the most expensive skincare product that I use, and it is the biossance squalane and vitamin C rose oil. My friend Eileen got me the sample at first, and then I thought, oh, it's actually quite nice, and especially because my skin is super dry in the winter, this helped me a lot. So I only put a little bit, a couple drops, and I mixed it in my hands, and I only put it mainly on the bottom half of my face near my mouth because that's where I feel is the most dry, my mouth and my nose area. I kind of focus it there, but then I'll just put it everywhere else, like with the remaining. If you have oily skin or if you don't like the feeling of oil, this is not the product for you. It gives you that like shiny little dewy look. We're not done yet. I have a super extra product that is the Fresh Vitamin Nectar Antioxidant Glow Water. And I actually really like this. It has no aerosols and no alcohol, and it just sprays on. I didn't even finish talking. Sprays on so nicely. My hands are so slippery right now. But it just feels really nice. I like to put this on in the middle of my makeup and after my makeup just so that the powder or foundation doesn't dry out my skin. I don't know if you can see it, but I've dropped it so many times that it's just so dented. Now we have the ultra important product, and that is sunscreen. So I'm using the Bioré UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence, and this is just probably my 5th bottle now. But I squeeze a bunch of this and then I put it on my face. I also bought another one during my trip in Japan, the Anessa one. So I'll try that one next time and let y'all know. So the last product is lip balm. So I use the Fresh Sugar lip balms. If I'm at home, I'll use the Advanced Therapy one since it's no color. And if I'm going out, I'll put the rosé one because it has a little bit of color and it has SPF. So since I'm just chilling at home, I'll put this one on. It's hydrating. Actually, I'll show you this one too. This one just gives a hint of pink color. I don't even know if you could tell. So 10 steps later, I'm done with my skincare routine. This is what I do both morning and at night just to keep my skin very hydrated, especially in the dry winter months. So now let's move on to the skincare tips. Whoosh. So the first tip I have is to drink lots of water and to really make water your main drink. I just remember when I was a freshman in college, that was when my acne was the worst. And I know it's due to a bunch of other things, but I think one of the main things was I was drinking the guava passion fruit juice from the dining common 3 times a day. I was breaking out like crazy, especially on my forehead. But since then, I really cut out sugary drinks and mainly all I drink is water now. It's now my favorite drink, and occasionally I'll drink tea, but I don't really drink many sugary drinks. And I think that helps. I don't know if it really helps, but I think in general, just drinking a lot of water will do wonders for everything. The second tip I have is to get enough sleep, and I know this is not always something that people can control, but if you can try to get an adequate amount of sleep each night, I think over time, your skin will look a lot more healthy and bright. So the third tip is to clean your phone often. So I clean my phone with hand sanitizer after I shower every night, and that just helps me feel like, okay, now I'm clean, my phone's clean, we're good to go. And connected with this tip is also to use your speakerphone as much as you can, or headphones when you're talking on the phone, just so that you don't have to put your dirty phone next to your face. The next tip I have is to change your towels and your pillowcase often. Before I used to leave them for at least a week, and now I really try to change them once every 4 to 5 days. And I know that might be way too long for some people already, and maybe it's better to change it even more often than that. I think it'd be good just to make sure that you're using clean stuff on your face and you're sleeping on something clean. So the next tip I have is to make sure to take your makeup off at night and to clean your face before you go to bed. So I never leave my makeup on, and even if I come home really late at night and I'm super tired, I will make sure to take my makeup off and clean my face, do my entire skincare routine before I get into bed. I really like to feel clean. I think that really helps too, because I know a lot of people sometimes they get lazy, but it's just good to not be lazy. Another thing I do, this is optional, it's more of a splurge, but I go to facials every month or every other month, and I just feel like this is where I get a really deep clean of my skin. She just uses her needle and pimple popper and goes into every single blemish, and it hurts. Honestly, it is one of the most painful things, and every time I'm like squeezing my own hands, like shedding a tear. But I do feel like I walk out of there feeling more refreshed, and I just feel like it's a reset of my skin, and I I also like that she cleans my brows. The next tip I have is not so much a tip because I don't think that, you could just do it, but it is to limit your stress. And I know that, sometimes you really can't control what's going on in your life, and sometimes life can get really stressful. But if there's any way you can just minimize your stress, I think that there can be profound benefits, not just for your skin, but just for like every aspect of your life. I think if you can try to minimize your stress, things will only get better. So the next tip I have is to clean your makeup tools, brushes, beauty blenders quite frequently as well. This is something I'm still trying to improve on, but I do think that it is a very good practice to clean them every few uses just to make sure that you're not introducing a bunch of dirt and bacteria and all that other stuff onto your face. The next two tips I have are pretty connected. They are to not touch your face and to try to keep your hair out of your face. So I know sometimes like if you have a scab or a pimple, it's just so like tempting to scratch at it, but try your best not to touch your face throughout the day. Even if you have no pimples, just try not to touch your face and try your best to keep your hair out of your face. So right now my hair is kind of in my face, but every time I come home, the first thing I do is put my hair up into a bun and just make sure that everything is out. It just makes it easier to eat and just to do anything if your hair is not just falling all over the place. The last tip I have is to wash your mouth after every single meal. Go into the restroom and just rinse your mouth and just clean the surrounding area just so that all the oil goes away, and then you can just reapply a fresh layer of lip balm or lipstick. And I think this really helps if you have a lot of pimples in this area, because I feel like before I would get pimples here, and that was when I didn't go to the restroom after each meal to clean up. So those are all my tips. Hopefully you found it a little bit helpful, and maybe some of them are things that you can incorporate into your routine. If you have any tips that you do to help your skin, you can comment down below and we can start like a skincare community thread down there. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
He out about the buzzard and the Oreo. He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song.